Good, good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos are for educational purposes only. You're very welcome to follow our signals, and we try to highlight what's going on with the auto trades and signal entries. For the ones that just join us, as you see here on the ES, comes with three different automated trade. Buy signal, entry price 28.20.25, target 28.35.75. Based on one contract, it is 58 ticks into the profit from the last entry signal. And this is the total based on one contract. The automated trade goes to from the entry, trailing stop, it is a floor and fibs, and then the target. As you see right now, we have hit the target on the ES, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones, all three. As you see on the NASDAQ, we have an entry at 738,750 on the top, where is the market analyzer. Based on the last entry, 7436 is the target, profit 206 takes. And also the YM 168 takes from the last entry signal. And the same story goes on Forex and it goes on stocks as well. This is an example here on the YM, the automated take a trade. We still have one trade. I could have closed it on the target, but I left it alone and trying to see if we can have a little expansion than 1691. So this is the only one left right now in that trade, and we are waiting on a new signal for the 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 future here. Um, Once you hit the target, you can if you are using a full automated trade, it's going to close. If you are using the charts, then it will recalculate for you the target if this market is trending like what happened here, and then will give you where you need to exit on the trade. Before we start covering some of the swing auto trading, today we have still on the 1 minute we already hit the all the contracts, a little chop, and this is on the last entry on the swing trading 1 minute. I'm only using the 1 minute. Uh, I mean, I can show the different time frame. You don't have to use 1 minute, but if it's working on 1 minute, it's working on all time frame. So this is the YM on the swing trading. Is a total different system than the blue charts. And on the ES, we started today around 7 o'clock. All of them daily target 500, and we have hit the 500 around 9:20. We started around 7:20. 7:20 by 9:20 we were done and nailed the 500 target on the Nasdaq. Also, it is a market order, not a limited order, and we started around 7 o'clock. The first trade it was 7:20 on the 1 minute, one trade, and it hit 700, 530. On the DAX, also target is 500, and already took one trade around 720. Target is 500, but when the auto trade is going to your direction, it's going to stay on that trade. It was 989 on one target. If you like to see hit the target, so we are done with those auto trades. If you want to see some other time frame, we will show you some other time frame as well. But most of the auto trades on the 1 minute has finished for today with a daily target. Now, if you are using the system here, and now it is 10:03. Usually Thursdays are a good day. Now it's 10:03, and usually today is Thursdays are always good. Practically every Thursday is good. And if you want to go for another round, it is very easy. So what we will do, we right click and we go for one more round on Thursday. This is nothing wrong with it. And now you can see the auto trade has been reactivated and now it's going to go back for another run 500. So we'll go ahead and put the NASDAQ back to take another run and we will see what will happen on the NASDAQ today. Also, they are very good to see the signals coming in from those auto trades that can also can give you a little um, encouragement which direction you are going. So also we are going to reactivate the ES. One of the tricks I want to show, you don't have to do anything. It's a fully automated trade. But for the ones that have been following us for a very long time, as you see here, we have a target. This is a different system, signal, and we have a trailing stop and the target. Most of the time, once we hit the target, there is not much left to go long anymore. And actually, it is time for reversals because the trend accomplished target, and now we are in between those two yellow lines. This means if you are going to be taking long now, it's going to be very high risk trade to go long. Most of the time, those trades, once it hits between those two yellow lines, uh, this means this market is about done. And as you see, those are not repaint reversal. It's been indicating there is a reversal, there is a fatigue in this NASDAQ. We are start losing momentum on it. And the same thing here on the reversal is start firing a lot of reversal. This is a warning. It is about this market. Probably it's going to go one more bar or one, but it is over to go long. And also, this is an option. Not too many guys with an auto trade like to do anything with it, but we can rearm this one here, like reload it. And then it is an option for the traders because now this market is about to turn around. It's done to the long side. You can rearm it and then, as an example, right now, fire short trade only. So once we get to this levels here on the ES, there is no more trade to the long side. Could be one bar or two bar more, but it is done for trade in long. Right now on the market analyzer, we have 600 ticks, almost 581 ticks into the profit based on one contract only. And the only ones didn't do well is the 30-year Treasury bond and the 6E. So this market here is about to reverse. And if you don't know how to reverse the market, it is very simple by activating the short trade only, and you're not interested in taking a long trade, you can do that. And if you don't want it to mess with it, do not mess with it. As an example, right now, we just, if you go back, we just rearmed the Nasdaq on the swing trading, and then the swing trading immediately took a trade, as you see here, and we just rearmed it one more time, and there we go. We took one more trade on, and now it's still in 240. And we reloaded maybe 2 minutes ago, and as you see, there is uh, almost $150 on it. That's very fine, but for me, for the technical side, I don't know if this ES is going to continue. I doubt it very much. So this is an option when you start an auto trade and you see from your charts, this market, it is over to the long side. So it does not hurt to say, okay, this is over. And you know what? I don't know how to trade reversal. That's fine. Not too many people know how to trade reversal. Then there we go. We can go ahead and activate it as a short only, and then once everything is in order and the trend start changing direction, then we can go ahead and the auto trade will start taking to the short side. From the technical side here, I'm not interested anymore to be taking any more long trades in those area here. It's done, it's finished, it's over. We have almost 600 ticks into the profit. Uh, I'm not interested anymore to go to the long side. To prove what I'm saying, it is, as you see right now, this NASDAQ already took that trade. And as you see, yes, there is a $200 here. This is very fine. Do you think this market is going to go up further? No, sir, it's not, because as you see, the reversal has fired. You are between those two yellow lines. That means there is no more trade to the long side. And this is about time to look for reversal, which I have covered the reversal to the public, and I have covered reversal to our private webinars, to our traders. So right now, you can play it if you want to. This is one of the advantage we can do, that let's say if this ES taking a trade to the long side, this is very fine. Then you know what? Maybe we do not want to risk too much, and then we can say, you know what? We have a one long trade on the Nasdaq, and then we can have the swing trade. And we know this is not going to stay for a very long time. This is an additional $350. That's very fine. We got lucky with it. This is only luck. It's not from then. You know what? I will go ahead and direct the 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 ES to the short trade only. So this way, we have one Nasdaq to the long side, and if there is more rally on this one here, it could be one more bar or two bars on the Nasdaq. Maybe it's gonna gain probably another $100. That's very fine. But I will have this ES to the short side and keep this one here. However, if you can, even if you are in a trade, you recognize there is a problem, and you can see this market is not going any further up, then what you can do, we can say close position. We have a close position on this one, and then we can direct the auto trade to the short side. So if we with the full automated trade, you don't have to do anything. But what I'm showing you, that if you can combine a human with automated trade, it is a very silver bullet, actually, because you are using your common sense with the mechanical trading. So this is an advantage, as we see from, or if you decided you don't want it, then you can keep it and stay neutral. And if there is more trades, it's fine. If there is no more trades, it's very fine. As an example, right now, we have the ES. I mean, it is a matter of time, and yes, it is amazing day today. As you see on the ES, we just reactivated, and I turned off the short sign off, sir. So now it's taking a long trade right there, and here is taking the DAX. Also, we just showed you when they hit the target. So I'm starting all those here again, and as you see, there we go. We hit a couple $100 on the Nasdaq and the ES. I don't like that trade on the ES, even if the auto trade taking it, because from the technical point, it is finished. So I doubt it very much if this ES is going to make it. I really doubt it. So this is a very high risk trading. If you asking me, I'll probably prefer to keep directed to the short side. And plus, I have the YM still on this one with 730. So right now, there we go. I mean, look at this. This is, it could be losing a trade, you know. So on this one here, on the DAX, this is another things why I'm showing the DAX. The DAX always follow the ES in somehow, and you know what? When I see this ES is sinking, you know, close position, you know, and now we close position. I don't want that one here. It's scaring me because the DAX is very expensive one, and as you see right now, I'm trying to show you right in front of your eyes that if you can push couple buttons on an auto trade, I know most of the auto traders do not like to get involved on anything. I really recognize that. I really respect that because they're not sure about themselves. But what I'm trying to show you today, that little knowledge that can save you $200 a day, $50 a day, $100 a day. This is a pile of money by the end of the year. So right now, as you see, look at this Nasdaq now starts sinking in. We have recognized this problem. We do have recognized this problem, and I already closed this one here. And as you see, your auto trade is start struggling because there is no more momentum on that one here, and it could be going one more bar, two more bars, but you gotta keep your eye on it. One of the question is, should I leave the auto trade running and me going to the beach? No, sir, because also something can go wrong. You have to keep your eye on it. If you wanted to go outside to your yard and wash your car, you want to go help your wife with something, you want to go pick up your children from the school next door somewhere, that's very fine. But you need to keep your eye on the auto trade in case if it got overfilled. Then if you got overfilled, your open position become a closing position, and your closing position become open position. This has nothing to do with Ninja Trader platform. Any platform can get overfilled. This is nothing wrong with the platform. It is something. Sometimes your broker cannot get you filled or close position for you. So right now here we are sitting, and whoever started the system earlier today around 8:30, 9 o'clock, we are done. If you started around 7:20 or 8 o'clock today, you are totally done. All the market has hit, and it's not just a 1 minute. I can show some other time frame. As we example, we can show the Nasdaq. This is on a 288 ticks. Took a trade around 7 o'clock, and it has hit the target. If we take the YM, also it is all of them daily target 500. But as an example here, on the YM, we have a one losing trade, and then when we had a beautiful run, the auto trade is not going to close at 500. It's going to stay, and what it does nailed 1,120. On the DAX, it is a little chop market today on the DAX. The DAX today did not make money. It took one trade, a small trade, 587 in a few minutes, and it was done. Sometimes this DAX can run and nail the 600, 700, 1,000. And sometimes when the market is a chop, we nail the $500 daily target. Then you can go ahead and reload it, or you can call it off for today. So this is some of the example we can show, and let's keep our eye to the market. And if I see any trade for guys want a reversal, as you see right now, this um, I don't want to get you involved with the reversal right now. We're gonna stay trading on one direction. I don't want to get confusion. So if you want to follow us on a sim, you're very welcome. And I will try to help you. Whatever system you have, I will try to help you read in the market for you and show you there is where there is an opportunity, or when there is a problem. I will also highlight that for you. And we are doing this free educational. We're trying to use a couple hours a day when we can, and there is no commitment, there is no email, no nothing, So we just out to the public and trying to help anyone. You don't have to pay for any trading room or anything like this. So right now we need to examine what's going on with the ES. Most of the traders are trading ES. Right now, after we hit this entry, we nailed 66, 67 ticks on the ES. Did exactly what's supposed to. It hit the target. As you see here, those two yellow lines, that mean there is no more trading, or if you are going to take a trade inside this area here, it is a very, very high risk that your trade is going to be nailing it. So this is if you are taking a long in those area where those two yellow lines, your chances making money out of it is going to be 2 out of 10. So what we see here is a reversal. This is one of the advantage for also our trade, excuse me, to our traders. This is a reversal area, but sometimes when you are trading reversal, you have to know your destination. You know, as an example, if we take a reversal here, let me try to find it, one of the chart. If we are taking a reversal here, your destination is no longer than 3250. 3250, it is this is the destination, because as you see right now, there is a trailing stop one and trailing stop two. The trailing stop one, it is a minor support line, and the trailing stop two is there's a major support line, and anything below those numbers is to the short side. Now, the trend is not yet confirmed to the short side. We are facing here maybe some kind of reversal, but we are still in this attitude pullback re-entry. Pullback re-entry has been around. Well, it's been around with me for the last 28 years, and this is the only thing I have no. This is the only thing works from for the last 28 years is identified trend, pullback re-entry. It has been the most success uh, 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 approach to this market than anything else. So as we see here, if you want to reverse, you can reverse this ES, but you have to know your limitation on that reverse is going to be somewhere here around the double support line, and then depends on this market. If we are breaking those area, that means we have a new signal, and then we have a short trade. If this market hold on those area, because also there is follow by the true moving average here is 28, 31, 25, and this is extremely high support area here. So this is, you cannot do anything about it. Let me prove it to you, folks. Let me show you something, gentlemen. If you see on this one here, this is the same story on the YM is coming to the true average of price plus your double support, trailing stop one and trailing stop two, and our line here. This is extremely hard to break all those levels. So if you are a YM trader, there is no way you can take a short right now. There is no way you can take a short. Neither you can reverse this market. Even this market has hit the target, beautifully hit the target, and nailed, over 160 ticks, but it is not valid right now. So what you need to do, you need to keep your eye on the on the ES to see where is this ES gonna go, and then we make a decision. But for the YM trader right now, you have a losing fight here, my friend. You cannot take a long. It is a very critical area here. You cannot take a long on this area here. As you see between those two yellow lines, there is no more long trades. It's very simple. It's not complicated. We're trying to make it simple, friendly use, and not complicated. And as you see here, now it is where all those supports, and this is a really harsh area here, and this is, it's not going to be penetrated that easy. So there is no reversals in those area here. And also on the Nasdaq, as you see the true average price, true average price, true average price, the only one is not in line with the true average price is the ES. The true average price is 2831.25, and there is a very hard area in here. So at the moment, we have no new signal on that trade. And what we need to do, hold on a little bit and trying to get something moving, and then we can tell you where to reverse the market, we will see what it will happen. Right now, we still, as you see, the total ticks is 564. There is those market analyzer is based on 1 minute, one tick, and there is nothing. Oh, there is a CL trade. Let me cover a bit on the CL. I apologize, I forgot all about the CL. The auto trade took a CL trade right now on the signal. And for the CL traders, if you want to take a trade, you have to put a sell on the sim, please. We're not allowed to call trades for you. What you need to do, you need to put a sell order at 59.88, limited sell order 59.88 on that one here. Now, as you see, the ES, look at this, folks. That's why I was covering. Um, uh, if we just a second, please. On the CL story, we have a double resistance 59.99, sir, and that is followed by 60 zero. So I would not recommend what you're saying. What I prefer to leave the order at 59.88 limited the price, because this is right here is a pullback, and there is a double resistance in this area. Even if we are able to break it, we're gonna face a different problem in those area here. So this is the only direction right now. It is the 59.88. If this market goes to that direction, then we can take a short. But at the moment, you cannot trade long on that CL. Because you gotta end it right there, somewhere around here, around 60.09. If you want to scalp, you can go ahead and scalp, but keep your eye on those two lines. You have the 59.99, and you have a double resistance. You cannot get away with it, and then you follow. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube. Then you're gonna be facing another problem at 60.07. So this is also a problem. It's not a long trade, it's a short signal, sir. There is a short direction. There is no long direction. So let it pull back. Let it pull back. But your target is here. Short, limited order at 59 to 59.88 is very fine. And this movement right now on the CL, I'm not interested in this movement. Thank you. I'm not interested in this movement. It's not going anywhere. Until I get the new signal long, then I will take a long trade. The system will give you the new signal. But right now, this one here is going to confuse a lot of traders like anything else sometimes. But I'm not interested in taking long on those area here at all. And I'll keep my eye for you on the CL, see what will happen. And normally, what we do, we show you what the institutional do. And then by looking what those guys are doing, most of them they're not using your Renko bars. Most of them are using 15 minutes. And if we look today to try to see what's going on in the bigger picture on the ES, this is your 15 minutes ES, and that is indicating it gives you practically your whole day direction, at least till 12 o'clock. It can give you very clear direction what's going on, and it can really also control any kind of auto trade, whether it's from us or somebody else. By looking at the 15 minutes, you can see what's going on in this market, especially the ES. It is the best signal in the house. The ES still is presenting the 500 companies and can give you general idea how this market taking direction. 15 minutes prior to the open, 20 minutes, once things start settle down in the market, then it is then it can give us a direction. Apologize, just so to understand the idea what's going on the ES. If we look at the 15 minutes, we still have one hard line at 28.40.25. Okay, and we are also in a critical area here, those two yellow lines. And then it could be the 28.44, the final destination, and it's followed by a resistance. So there is a problem right now on that trade on 28.40, 40.50. Now, it's struggling in this area here. If we break that one here, it's going to stop four more, and then we can reverse this market. As you see here, the ES is struggling on this line, and it is 40.75, 40.25. I'm sorry. So if we are able to break that, the final destination, it will be 28.44, and it is done for today, at least till 12 o'clock. So here is the problem here. By looking at the small chart, the ES is not doing anything right now. So we will see if we are able to. None of those markets now is doing anything. Keep your eye on the 15 minutes. As you see, also they are very powerful, the sell signals and the buy signals and the symmetry. You know, it gives you, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We haven't got one here yet. So those are very amazing. And then you have the sell and the buy and the reversal. This is really amazing stuff. So we are struggling on the 40 level, and I think it is over with the ES. Okay, guys, here's the question with the ES. If you want to take to jump on this, it is a high, very high risk, but you're not going to get anywhere more than 44 area here, 44, 45 area. And it seems like we're about to break this last. And this is it. Let's see. Let's look again, guys. Look at this picture. Once we hit the target at 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock, we hit the target. Pull back to the trailing stop, going back, testing the target one more time. And now we have a little minor breakout here. But this is where most of the traders fell. Maybe they get aggressive and they want to take. But once you see those two yellow lines, now you are in a very critical area. Your trade, 8 out of 10 is not going to make it. 8 out of 10. You can be lucky taking a trade here right now long on the ES scalp the market, and you can get away with it maybe a few ticks. But here, it's not safe to trade once you get the yellow lines. Once you enter the yellow lines, it's not safe. So we cannot uh, nail every movement in the market. So for me, to keep it safe, wait. If you were trading earlier today, you are a very happy trader today. If you are using our system, and practically you're done for today. If you come into the market late, that's okay. We'll try and wait on a short signal, and then we will call the short signal for you. A lot of problems at the 43 level on the NASDAQ traders. Be careful, it's not over. You cannot reverse the YM because you are not that far from the 817. So be careful, do not. If you want to reverse the ES, you need a reverse trade, not a short trade, a reverse trade. Is at 35.75. It is the destination on this. Beautiful, Scott. Beautiful. Nothing to do. We are waiting on a short signal. We are done with the long trade. At the moment, we still going on the same circle from where we started. We are on a 600 average, you know, plus minus, but we are on a 600 ticks average here, and that's very good. You took that trade. Okay, Pete. Be careful with the Nasdaq traders. You do not have a reversal because of this area here. You do not have a reversal. The only reversal you have is the ES, and then you have to be extremely light-handed with it, and you should not be taking anything further than the 36 level. Uh, let's see what will happen with the ES first, Pete. This is what we are keeping our eye on. On the 15 minutes, the target is 44, followed by a resistance, and is sitting right there. Could be hitting the 44 level. We'll see if we are able to hit the 44 level or not. Let's see, and let's wait and see. If we notice the way this market is moving, there is no way to make money, folks, because what it does is go in one bar up and is going down, one bar up, one bar down. This is a really flat market at the moment, and try to avoid taking the trades in this area because it can drive you crazy, and it can make a good potential losses on your account. The only thing right now, as you see, the market has stopped. And question if this ES is going to try to climb to the 44 level. I have no idea, honestly. I have no idea if it's going to be able to do that. I'm not sure. But if there is a buyer's come in, which we can see that, we have stand using a lot of numbers. We have used the buyers over the sellers here with a 6 different time frame. So we can monitor the buyers and the sellers, not just the buyers and the sellers. We are using 6 different time frame, and is showing there is between I don't want to get involved in it right now, between the retailers and the other traders. As you see, there is a buy over a sell, but on the hard one, there is a sell over the buy. So uh, I'm not sure if this ES going to climb to the 44. We will see. But even if it climbed to the 44, there is nothing left after that except short or reversal. So this is a really struggling. It was a beautiful run earlier this morning, but as you see right now, this market it just losing momentum or stopping right there. There is no more. It could be few buyers come in, but I don't think so. This market is going to fly anywhere. Um, so we're sitting and waiting, and right now it's 10:42. This is where the area when the market is just going left and right. This is where also on the this is a different system. Is a scalper. If I'm only running the ES, I cannot run everything in one time. And the scalping today started. We started. Oh man, there is a large trades today on the scalping. We started around 7 o'clock, and then start taking trade on 150 ticks, but it was a few trades in there, and this is 525 on it, but it was a few trades on that one earlier today. And if you are looking at the 4 range ES, actually it was a less trades. It was you can use them on Nasdaq, Dow Jones, and all that. But I mean, folks, right now where I am, I don't want to open too many charts. We have 1, 2, 3 trades, and now 575. All of them, those scalpers are market order. They're not limited order. Of course, on a limited order is a more conservative, and it is better. But if you want to use a market order on the scalper, you can use the scalper on 1 minute, 4 range, or 150 ticks. And there is a few trades as well on the 1 minute, but also hit the 500, 550. So always, whatever you get over the 500, you have to consider those are slippage and commission. So this is not bad for a scalping. And We are about to hit the target, 844 on the 15 minutes chart. But no one with the right mind will take a long trade here to nail here. I mean, this is extreme high risk. I don't like those kind of trades. They're not safe. Um, let's see what will happen. You see how this market driving us crazy, folks? From 10:35, actually, after we hit the target, nothing happened. And you see, I don't know, I hope this is clear enough. Once you hit those two yellow lines, you're entering a very high risk trade. Even with the respect to guys are auto trading, you are entering a high risk trade. So if you calculate it by not aware of that, if you lose $100 a day on this is $25,000 a year for you not looking at just a couple lines. So you can see how expensive it is with the trading when you're trying to ignore signals, when you're trying to ignore what the market is telling you. It is very expensive, extreme expensive. So right now, um, that's it. We There is no long trades, and we still waiting to see when we're gonna get the new signal to the short side because the long trades party is over. So this is really Ken. Sometimes you have to be patient, gentlemen, because also on the 15 minutes, we are not that far from the 44 level, and followed by uh, resistant levels. So this is not really inviting for a trade. And right now, what we're looking for, just a new signals. We're still going in the same. We are on 624 from now they're all on the same target what we have accomplished half an hour ago, the targets, which 79 ticks ES, 274 ticks NASDAQ, 189 ticks based on one contract, YM based on the last entry. So trader, if he accomplished that this morning, should not be continued trading for the rest of the day and call it off, honestly. Or what is nice about that system, and like some when you are using a normal auto trade, that system here is not gonna continue giving you trade. Once we hit the target, it's gonna stay out of that chart, and then it's not gonna activate the auto trade until there is a new signal coming in and a short side, because the long trade destination is over, is finished. So this is the advantage on it, beside the normal auto trade, where if you, as an example, let's say you take an ES4 range. This ES4 range, this one here nailed this one here is oops, I forgot all about this one. On this one here, take short, long, whatever it is. The same thing on the YM. If we want to use a full range market order, take short, long until he hits the daily target. But with that system here, it is where once we get the entry to the long side, hit the target, there is no more trade. It's not going to take any more trade until we have a short signal. So when we have a volatility or we have a chop market, this auto trade is not going to be taking any trade until we get a new signal. You see, for that system right now, it's not going to be taking any more trade to the long side because target achieved, target hit. So now we are waiting on a short signal. And once you learn that system, you can take manual hand trade if you want to, not the automated trade. The automated trade, the only time the automated trade, whether you are using an ATM or a full automated trade, is going to take a new trade on a new signal only. But in between, if you want to take a hand trade or a manual trade or whatever, based on the pullback on the trailing stop 1 and 2, you can initiate a trade, and they are very good, very efficient, and very low risk because once this market pull back, which we have seen it many times, most of the time this market pull back to this area, and there is a good potential for a re-entry point, which we can take one more trade, and then this market is going to be testing and retesting those targets. So this is a very good also approach. Some of our traders actually they enjoying the pullback re-entry as much as the signal. So let's look at the ES 15 minutes. On the 15 minutes, the target is 44 level, and let's see if it's able to break it. But then there is nothing left after the 44 level. So we will see if this ES able to do that, taking the 44 level. There is nothing to do here on those, so we'll wait. You can use a full automated to trade, and you can use an ATM. I prefer the ATM strategy because I can put it on the target if I want to. I can take one of them out. I can move the trailing stop. I can manage that chart. But when you are using a full automated to trade your trading system, on this one here, you can automate it or ATM, full automated or ATM. On that system here, if you are using a full automated, you can override the auto trade, but you cannot take the needle up and down because the auto trade is taking control over those. With the fully automated trade, it's going to take an entry and a target, and this is it. Where on an ATM, you have much more potential to extend your target and or if you see or you feel like the market is not going to go any farther, you want to close position or tighten up the trailing stop, that you can do. I hope, I don't know, I hope it is clear enough why this market is flat now, and we're not interested in taking long trades anymore. We are done with the long trade. Now we are up to 750 ticks. Now we need to take short trades. We are 1 point away from the 44 target hit, and we are waiting to see if we can get a new signal. So we are 1 point away, and this one is gonna drive us crazy to get to the 44. Let's see. Okay, we finally got this 44 level. We jumped from 600 ticks to 980 ticks, and we were expecting this market to reverse from the 45.25, but it did not. It did not today. Extreme strong market, but you cannot trade it anymore. It's finished. A lot of reversals has fired on the ES, and there is no. I mean, this little jump, we cannot do anything about it, and there is no way you can take a trade long here. It is aggravation, but we cannot take a long trade here. We uh, nothing we can do in this area. It was supposed to reverse around 45 level, and it did not. It fell, and this jump did not. It's not going to help us doing anything with this jump. So wait. You can always follow the signals from the auto trade. It took a beautiful entry from 30, 38.50. It closed at, this is very nice, almost 47. And as you see here, the auto trade closed position, stayed on this trend all the way until it changed direction, a closed open position. And now we have a short trade on the swing trading. And also those the 1 minute we have reactivated today live after they hit earlier those targets. And as you see, after that, they rerun and nailed again 1188 on the DAX and 900 on the NASDAQ. And now we are running the beautiful run on the swing trading and the YM. Everything is close position. So this is a short trade from the swing trading, and but we do not have short trade on the signal at the moment. Based on the last entry, folks, this is 913, way overdue. But nothing we can do. We are waiting on a short signal for that system, but we can see the auto trade has already took a short trade. But the market is extremely strong, and we cannot take long in this area here. So we're waiting on a short trade. Absolutely, you should not be taking a long trades in this area here. There is a very high risk trades here. Nothing for us. Absolutely nothing for us. So the only thing we are waiting on a new signal short, folks. So I'm going to be staying quiet and trying to get you short signals. If we have a short signal, we'll try to highlight that. But beside that, there is nothing we can do. We already hit those targets, and we are just sitting standby, waiting on a new signal. So I'll be quiet for a while. Hang on, guys. There is about if we see this Nasdaq dropping somewhere around 60, that probably we're gonna have start going to the short trade, and we just need to see what will happen on this ES at 45.75. If we are breaking it, probably we are going to have a new signal. Just hang in there. There is nothing left in this trade to the long side, and we are waiting on a short trade, patiently waiting on a short trade. Just be patient a little bit. Right now, the long side I think is done, and the sell start coming in. Let's wait and few more minutes. Probably we will have a short signal. Just wait. We just finished with the 15 minutes. We have a reversal. It is very important to keep our eye again on the 45.75. This is where we expected to reverse, and we failed on this 45.25. So let's see if this area here gonna hold or not. So it's the same number on your 1 minute. Let's see the 45.75 gonna hold. This is very unusual, extreme strong market for no reason actually anymore. But sometimes we bump into those where this market refusing to die, and it is very critical to take a long trade, and it's climbing right in front of our eyes. But I cannot call a long trades once we hit those targets. I cannot when we are in those area. I cannot call trades. Uh, those areas, they are extremely high risk, and I'm not going to be calling any long trades. We are only waiting on the short trades, and whoever took a long trades earlier, that's very fine. Um, Extremely strong market, but you cannot take a long trades in here. It's finished. Whoever is in that trade is in that trade. Whoever is stopped, which most of us, almost, I'm sure 100%, we are all done on the long side. So we just wait into the short trade. There is nothing we can do or call a trade for you on a long side. Everything has changed, very strong. I cannot call any trade here. So we just sit in waiting on a short trade, and I'm gonna try to stay longer a bit to see if we can nail any signal to the short side before we close for today. So, guys, there is nothing to do. I'm just waiting on a short trade. I'll keep my eye on the market, and when I see it, once we have a new signal, I will let you know. But I cannot risk any more trade to the long side, honestly. So we just hang extremely strong market. Exactly, sir. It's behave like Friday. Exactly. So this is we see this on Friday after 12:30, 1 o'clock Eastern time. We see the market go and take in one direction. Let me show you something. If you look at this line here, if you see this line here, the farther these bars are away from this line, the stronger the trend is. And then out of nowhere, this market took a really nice ride. But if you notice this line here, folks, is getting tight and closer. Let's examine this one more time on the ES. Between that line and the bars, the farther this line away, it is the stronger trend. And now we have this market got closer to this line, and then out of nowhere, this market start climbing. Now is going to test the 54.25. This is amazing trend. So I don't know where this market anymore taking us. It could be. Let's look at the 54.75 and see how this market. But this is extremely strong market, and I cannot call reversal anymore on it. Once in a while, we have this kind of a market where extremely strong and is refusing to die, and it's fine. It's fine. But whoever traded earlier on the signal nailed some money. Most of our traders are done with the long trade. We are waiting on a short trade, and there is no short trade at the moment. Everyone has started today. Probably they did not get all the way to those numbers as we speak right now, but they got something out of it. But I have no idea why this ES, well, everything, once in a while we have an extreme day, and today it is an extreme day, and we're going straight to the 54.50, non-stop, 54.25. If we look at the 15 minutes, we had this buy signal and a buy signal. And if we notice the ES on a 15 minutes, just keep climbing. And now we are going to hit the 54.50. I have no idea what will happen anymore. Now it's 11:48. They want to drive it to 54.25 before lunch. Yeah, they are nailing it to this area. That's very fine, but nothing we can do. Actually, nothing we can do is over. Targets hits long time ago, and we were around 600 ticks in total, and the last 300 ticks didn't make sense to me, honestly. So um, from day to day, normally when we hit those level, and when we were on the market analyzer around 600, that was very good. From 600 ticks to 980 ticks, it doesn't make sense to me, and this is how this market sometimes function. Why uh, from the technical side should have been reversed a long time ago. Strong trend, fine, but those last 300 ticks didn't make sense. That's the end of it. This is very interesting. When we had this trend, the auto trade took a trade, very nice run, and then took a short trade. It fell, and until now has not taken any trade. The automated trade, the automated swing trading. So this is very interesting that we've been from 11:28 until now without any trade on the automated trade. So not just us didn't make sense. Now, if you are using a dummy auto trade like ATR and MACDs, yes, you are okay. This is a straightforward automated trade. If you are using a just normal automated trade, taking long and short, there we go. But when we are talking about the little deep auto trade, um, the auto trade has avoided those trades for the last almost 30 minutes. So I'm just using the trend exhaustion as a filter on this one here. And But this one here is not taking any trades, and all the scalpers has closed. All of them are done. All of them are closed. The full range, the 150, and the 1 minute, they're all done. So market order, not limited order on the scalper, but you can use limited order as well. No, it's when it's in red, it is taken short and long. When you put it, look, the color change. You see in a kind of color, but when you have it in red, it's off. This means it's taken long and short. As you see, we have not taken any trade for the last half an hour on that auto trade without any filters, actually. This is it. 12 o'clock, they're going to drag it to the 54.25. I have no clue what will happen after 54.25. So we are coming to the 54. It's a shame not to reverse this one. You know what? Don't get confused. This one here is an auto trade, taking the trades, and this is a manual trade, a reversal. And the auto trade is gonna be acting at the market movement, but for a reversal, I don't see how this market is gonna go further up. So this is a human, this is machine, and this is funny. The swing trading, taking a long trade, and I'm betting on the reversal. So the auto trade taking long. I'm expecting a reversal in here. So sometimes, here we go. There is not much on this reversal. The first one, you can use the automated trader trading stop, and the second one is right there. There is not much on that reversal either. So this is very interesting to see. Is it a machine or a human? Well, I guess this time the human common sense made more sense than a machine. And on that trade, there is nothing, not too much. It's 28.50 and 49.50. This is it. But there we go. The machine lost, and the human common sense it is. And now we have, if we look at the 15 minutes in the picture, bigger picture, uh, beautiful rally today, but the party is over, and there is a good potential for 45.75. That's good. So we are on track with that one. And the auto trade lost that trade. Okay, folks, the party over, and now, as you see, the institution. No, this is the swing trade in took a short trade, and now it is. We try to stay as long as we can to nail the short trade, and because the long trade they were over and over again. But there is nothing we can do to the long side, and we are waiting on the short trade. So we have extended for like a little longer and trying to see if we are able to get a short signal on those. So what I'm going to be doing, I will be getting a quiet and run it a little bit longer to get the short signals on the, you know what, it is too strong, but I'll leave it a little bit longer to see if we can get a short signal, and then I will call it. But if there is none, then there is none, you know, and the market is extremely strong. We went way above levels, and I don't see how this market is running anymore. On the 15 minutes chart, ES way overdue, and is going back to retest those level. I don't see, and we cannot take any long trade. It is extremely critical to take long trade for the last hour, actually. And as you see, when we had this trend come in to this line and then made one more rally, and then we have stopped here. So this is not something I'm enjoying looking at. Folks, this market is refusing to die. I'm gonna, it's a lunchtime, and whoever took those long trades earlier today is fine. I tried to extend the time so we can have a short trade, and there is no short trade. This market refusing to die. And that's it for today. God bless you all. I'll try my best on Friday. I'm not sure. And see you all. Um, if I cannot make it on Friday, see you all next week. Bye for now.